Hello everyone, welcome to Of Whimsy Boutique. I'm Ashley. So today we're going to be making a wood burned keychain that looks something like these. This is the first one I did, so it's not that great, and this one was the second one that I was just messing around with. So this is kind of the look of the wood burned keychain, and of course you can make any design that you want. So let me show you what you'll need for supplies. You will need a wood burning pen. Mine came with different tips, which are right here. This one's like a leaf shaped tip. It's a bullet point, and then kind of looks to me like calligraphy tip, but they call it the universal tip. So these are just some of the ones that mine came with. I think most of them do. This one cost me about $10 or $12 on Amazon, so it was pretty nicely priced. So you'll be needing that, as well as some key rings to put on your keychain. Now if you have an existing keychain that you want to use, you know, you can use that too. These were, this one I already had for my car keys, and then this was a gift for me, so I already had these keychains, but I bought some more because I like making keychains. You'll need some cord. I used hemp cord just because I like the look of it. It kind of gives it a more natural look, and that's what I was trying to achieve, but you could use any cord as long as it fits into the hole of the piece of wood that you have. Now I got these at Hobby Lobby. They are blank slate by Traditions, and a pack of 3 cost me $2, but I also used a coupon, so you know, 40% off that's not bad. So anyway, so you'll need a blank piece of wood. I prefer to go ahead and buy ones that have holes in it because I don't want to mess with drilling holes. So if you don't have a drill or you don't know how to drill holes, I recommend buying ones that have holes already pre-drilled in it. So yeah, so you'll just need a piece of wood, some cord, your wood burning pen. You also need, of course, scissors to cut the cord, and your key ring. And some optional things would be a ruler and a pencil. If you're going to be making straight lines on your piece of wood or your keychain, I'd recommend using the ruler, you know, kind of outline, and I use the pencil to go ahead and draw my design ahead of time, and then I trace it. So I'm going to plug in my wood pen, or my wood burning pen, and then I'll come back and I'll explain like the whole process. So be back in a second. Okay, so I just turned my wood burning pen on. They say to give it, I believe it's 4 to 5 minutes to warm up. So I'm just going to wait for that, and I'm going to explain to you the importance of waiting. So this is when I first turned it on, and it had some heat to it, but it leaves a very light, I don't know if you can see that, it leaves a very light, I just blanked out. It leaves a very light line. And then, as of course, you know, the more it heats up, the darker it makes your lines. So it is very important that you wait for it to heat up fully so you can get the right look. That being said, when I was testing this out, I again didn't wait, and it was very light, so I just had to go back over it a couple of times. So I mean, it's not like you can't fix it. I just think it looks better, you know, like when you actually do wait. So that's kind of my tips for you on this project. Make sure it's heated up. And this is the first time I've actually ever used a wood burning pen. So that's probably why mine doesn't look absolutely the best. But of course, like anything, the more you practice, the better it's going to get. So my friend had made us some keychains using one of these, and I wanted to kind of try out the technique myself. So hence this video for you guys. Instead of keep rambling on, I'm going to fast forward it after the pin is heated up, and then we can go into making of the keychain. Okay, so while I was in the middle of drawing my pattern, my camera decided to tell me that it no longer has any free space to store things. So I unfortunately didn't get to tape my design, but I mean, it's not really that much fun watching me draw on a piece of wood anyway, so I don't think much harm was done in that. So I just traced me a little pattern. I used the ruler to kind of give me a guideline, and then I just kind of fiddled in kind of the rest. But one thing I forgot to mention is if you do use a pencil, the color of your eraser does matter, because this is a black eraser, and when you erase on, more than likely, when you erase on your wood, the pencil shaving is going to get down into the grooves of the wood. I'm not quite sure if you can tell, but in the middle of the flower I had erased with the black eraser, and it kind of like darkened the wood, and I wasn't able to fully get away from that, like from the stain it kind of did to the wood. So I'd recommend using one that had like a pink eraser or even a white eraser. So just a little side note there. So anyway, I just did this pattern. So now I'm going to take my wood burning pin, and I have, be careful, this is super hot. I have my precision tip in. That's the one I like best, but if yours come with other tips and you like those better, feel free to use those. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over the lines with my wood burning tool, and that's it. It's best for me to like work where it's coming towards you. I'm able to achieve a straighter line when I work towards, like when I work towards pulling the pin towards me. Okay, now for the dots, I just take and kind of press down in them. Okay, and on this, I want to do kind of like a sketching little pattern. So I think I want these to have it. So I'm gonna alternate, and so I just go back and forth, just kind of like you're drawing. And that's my doorbell. Hopefully they're delivering me more craft supplies that I ordered. And I want it a little bit darker in here, so I'm going to go over this a few more times. Okay, and now I'm going to do the other side. Now, of course, if you want this to be darker, you can just go over it a few more times, or you can leave the pin there longer. The longer you leave the pin somewhere, the darker it's going to get. So if you want it to be really light, you keep it moving fast. If you want it to be dark, you'll keep it there for a little bit. Now, you don't want to keep it there too long, but because eventually it can't get any darker. Okay, so I think I want to add a little bit of sketching to my blank ones. My blank triangles. Okay, let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm going to add, I love doing little dots, so I'm going to add a few here. Yes. Okay, so when I am done, I can't decide if I want to be done or not, because this looks a little plain for my taste, but I can't decide what I want to do. Oh, also another thing, this is just my personal preference. I like going in the hole and like darkening it around the hole. So see how it kind of made it darker. Also, I'll go on the edge, and I like kind of giving it a darker look. To me, it makes it look a little bit more finished, but if you don't like that, that's completely okay. Okay, so I think it's starting to grow on me. I think I want to make this a little bit darker to match the other side a little bit better. Sorry, the clouds keep coming out, and I mean, not the clouds, the sun keeps coming out behind the clouds and gives that little lovely shade. So once you are done with your keychain, you're going to want to take your cord. For this, it doesn't really matter, you know, whatever color you like to go with. I think I'm going to do brown. And I measured this out last time, and I think the best one was to do 7.5 inches, I believe. 7 to 7.5. Depends how good you are at tying a knot. I just kind of go in there. And you can always trim excess off after. So, for me, I like the look of the pull through, like you pull the yarn through the little hole, and I like that look. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So you're going to fold it in half. And you put it through the front and then you can pull it out in the back and you'll get like a little loop, and then you're going to want to pull the other 2 yarns through. I don't know the technical name of this knot or little whatever you call it. I just call it the pull through. But so yeah, so there you have it pulled through. So now you want to tie a knot up here. So I kind of do it like you're tying a balloon, and you pull it through the knot, and then you'll tighten it. So let me do that one more time. So you take the 2 together. I have big fingers, so but you'll wrap it around, and you can kind of mess with this as long as you get the loop, and then you're just gonna fold these over in there, and you're gonna pull. Now make sure when you're pulling you try to bring it back up to the top. So there's that, and then I like try to go in and make it a little bit tighter up there. So there you have a keychain, and then you're just going to take your key ring, and most of you know how to put one on, but if you've never done it before, you're going to take this and you're going to want to split one of the sides open, and then you're going to pull that through, and then you can let go, and then you just pull through, and there you go. Now you have a wonderful DIY keychain, and these make great gifts too, so if you want to give a little something extra when you're giving something, what cooler way than to give something that's handmade. And these are fairly inexpensive to make. For me, like each one cost about like $1.50 to make one, and then you have like the $10 wood burning tool, or 10 to 12. It just depends where. I've seen the most 20, but if that came with like a bunch of extras and whatnot, so I've seen them around 10 to 12. But yeah, so now you have your lovely DIY wood burned keychain. Alright guys, so feel free to check out my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/ofwhimsyboutique. There I'll post when I'm doing tutorials and stuff. Also check out my blog of whimsyboutique.com. This you can find out more about my videos and some other stuff that I'm up to when I'm not doing videos. Or feel free to check out my Etsy store at etsy.com/ofwhimsyboutique. So yeah, and if you liked this video, make sure to thumbs it up, and if you like my other videos, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Alright, y'all have a lovely day. Bye.